In this video, I'm going to go over our experience with the Eufycam E security camera system we bought and installed. Let's find out if this security camera system is good enough for your home. What worked, what didn't, and what will you experience if you get this system too. You're going to want to stick around for this because I found a bug in their anti-theft feature, which I'll tell you about later in this video, so watch out to find out what that is.
Welcome to Fracking Creations, the channel where we show you the good stuff. Want more videos on
tech and do it yourself?
Hit that like button, subscribe, and enable notifications for the latest and greatest.
As with most things nowadays, it seems like everyone is trying to take a bit of your paycheck with subscription fees. From the software on your computer to your smartphone apps and even to the home security camera systems you buy outright in full. Not paying subscription fees can limit the features available and the amount of storage you get. So when my mother and father-in-law were looking for a security camera system for their home, I dreaded the fact that I might end up picking one of these new smart camera systems that are so popular and prevalent now. I hate the fact that most of them require a subscription fee in order to have decent features that should really come out of the box. My in-laws wanted a security system that provided some peace of mind for when they are away from home. For them, it needed to just work hassle-free, is easy to use from a smartphone from anywhere, provided motion detection notifications and recordings, has two-way communication, and can be installed indoor and outdoor. Because I have installed many different kinds of security camera systems for my own parents' business and for their home, I had further requirements. I also considered ease of installation, good recording detection notification capabilities, night vision, local storage, field of view, ease of maintenance, and no subscription fees. By the way, if you are interested in DIY and want to catch people stealing your stuff using webcams or IP cameras, then check out my video on a really powerful and free security software that I still use. I love how technology has improved so much in these systems over the years that I'm able to easily catch criminals stealing at our business or security guards stealing candy from my cubicle at work. Now, back to Eufycam E experience. Right away, I decided not to go with a doorbell camera because it can be easily stolen or vandalized. Also, my in-laws don't get many visitors to the front door, so a security camera with two-way communication like the Eufycam E will do fine here. I also considered going with an IP camera setup, but decided against it as these will require a dedicated computer system or network video recorder for recording the footage. Plus, the Windows systems require more knowledge on setup and configuration, and the NVR systems I found did not have two-way communication features. In the end, through my research, I decided to go with the Eufycam E home base system. Our experience so far is that we really like this system. Though it does have some shortcomings, it fits our needs for home use and is easy to install yourself with a very user-friendly app. Let's dig deeper. Recently, during Amazon Prime Day, the system was on sale and I ended up buying two camera based systems. We wanted a 4-camera system, but buying a 2-camera system and adding 2 cameras was more expensive than buying 2 base systems. And yes, these cameras are interchangeable. The fact that these cameras are truly wireless makes for very easy installation. No network or power wires to run through walls. Installation was easy. It just took time to charge each camera, find the optimal locations to install the cameras, then drill, mount, sync, and configure. The alert notifications are quick and can link to the video for quick video review. You can lower false motion detections by adjusting the sensitivity. If you start using the new beta activity zone feature, you can also reduce the number of notifications you get. This feature is great because when the camera detects motion, it will start to record. If the motion is outside the activity zones, it will not push an alert notification. Otherwise, it will send an alert. This allows you to have recordings as long as motion is detected, but only push notifications if it occurs within the activity zones you set. This is a great feature to prevent getting bombarded with notifications while still having all recordings of detected motion. Another important point to note is that motion detection on these cameras are done using a PIR sensor and not by image detection. The passive infrared sensor uses heat signature movement to detect motion. This is similar to the motion sensors of typical home alarm systems. This helps to avoid false motion detections that regular image detection can have, but also has its own limitations. For example, the infrared that these cameras detect do not go through glass, and so placing these cameras behind windows or glass will cause the motion detection to not work. The speaker and microphone of these cameras are pretty good. The speakers are clear and loud, and the microphone picks up sound very well. I really like the sound quality of the Eufycam E.
I know, it's weird. And our intentions wasn't like that.
There are countless other reviews of the Eufycam E versus Arlo's, and it's clear that the Eufycam E wins the battle here. The two-way audio feature works great and is easy to use, though it is slightly delayed by a second or so.
Testing.
This is a good feature to have as it can help deter theft of the cameras. The supplied outdoor mounts are not theft-proof though. Someone only needs to unscrew the cameras to take it off. Pretty much all home-based camera systems use mounts like these, where the camera is only screwed on. As for the magnetic ones, you're not supposed to use them outside. If you turn on the anti-theft feature and someone knocks or moves the camera with enough force, the alarm on the camera will go off along with the base station alarm. Now, this is where I found a bug that I mentioned earlier. Notice that each of these cameras has a sync button that is used to link the camera easily to the base station. It turns out that if you trigger the camera's anti-theft alarm and then you press the sync button, it will unsync the camera from the base station and stop the alarm. I have informed Anker about this, and I hope they will fix this in a future update. The great thing about these smart security cameras is that they can be fixed very easily with a firmware update as long as the manufacturer continues to support it. Another good thing is that the batteries cannot be removed easily. Unlike the Arlo cameras that allow easy removal, which can allow someone to steal the camera and unpower them instantly. On the other hand, when the batteries eventually give out on the Eufycam E, you cannot replace them easily. But for us, this won't be an issue. If you are finding this video useful and want to get the Eufycam system too, then check out our affiliate link in the video description below. I already mentioned the activity zones, which is a great new feature. Anker has also rolled out beta features for smart integration with Amazon Alexa and Google Assistant voice commands. The great thing about these smart camera systems is that new features like these can be added and existing bugs can easily be fixed and rolled out with a future firmware update. Another one that I like is snooze alerts. Sometimes you might be going back and forth doing some housework while causing a lot of push notifications. Instead of getting bombarded with constant alerts, you can just snooze the camera for as long as you need. Lastly, I've read that a geofencing feature is to come in a future update. I love the local recording feature. It saves all the footage to the included 16 GB microSD card. So far, after 23 days of use with a 4-camera setup, we have used up 12.5 GBs. We won't get the rated 1 year's worth of footage because I set the working mode on 2 of the cameras to customize recording mode. They were set with higher recording lengths and shorter retrigger intervals as I don't want to miss anything if something were to happen. And the last 2 cameras are set to optimal surveillance and optimal battery life modes. Based on our current usage, 16 GBs is only going to give about 25 days worth of footage. This should be more than enough for most, but if not, this can be easily solved by switching out to a 128 GB microSD card. Note that your usage will be different than ours. Lastly, another cool feature is that the Eufycam system supports network attached storage for much more storage capacity for the geeks out there. The cameras are rated for lasting 365 days between charges, but that is very optimistic. We won't get the rated battery life because of the working modes I set for the 4 cameras as mentioned before. Also, with 4 users accessing the cameras and viewing the live feed regularly, it will be interesting to see how long the battery life plays out. After about 39 days, 1 camera was at 5 bars, 2 at 4, and 1 at 2 bars. The garage camera gets a lot of motion activations and is also set to a customized working mode with 60-second recording length and 0-second retrigger interval. That is one reason why it drains so fast. The other reason is that on one of the days, motion activations were being triggered constantly for a 7-hour long period. This drained over 1 bar of power. If you find yourself in the same type of situation, then you can easily just turn off motion detection or set the system to a security mode that does not have record video enabled. But like I said before, this isn't an issue for us because we have now installed external power to the two front cameras. Watch out for our video on installing external power. It's a lot easier than you think. One other concern on battery life is that in the winter season, we get temperatures down to minus 28 degrees Celsius and lower. And there's a note on the box that says battery life will not perform at optimum levels when the ambient temperature is below minus 4 degrees Fahrenheit. That's minus 20 degrees Celsius. Because I have installed external power to our Eufy cameras, I believe we no longer have to worry about this. Our cameras are all fully charged overnight. Also, it would have been very inconvenient to have to unmount the cameras in the cold of winter in order to charge them. Lastly, the battery idea is a great one, and when I bought this kit I thought the base station also had a backup battery based on what I was reading online. But I guess the devil is in the details. It's the base station for the original Eufycam system that has the backup battery, not the Eufycam E system. The image quality is superb. I'll let you judge with your own eyes. The night vision mode is pretty good as well. There are two infrared LEDs which are used to light up the darkness.
Like what you see? Support us by hitting the subscribe button to get us to 2,000 subscribers sooner.
I like that the field of view is 140 degrees. As you can see in the video, we get great coverage from the cameras. So, that's our experience in a nutshell. We love the Eufycam E and would recommend it to anyone looking for a smart security camera system. That said, I would like to provide some thoughts on how secure these systems are. As with most security systems, there will always be a weakness, and anytime you make something easier, it usually comes at the cost of security. In the case of wireless camera systems, they can be easy to install, but Wi-Fi signals can be jammed using electronics you can find online. This could, for example, prevent the camera from notifying you of an event until it's too late and the criminals are long gone. On the other hand, if the camera requires a connection to the base station to be able to record, then it may not even record anything if it loses connectivity to the base station. Second, this system only is able to record once the PIR sensor detects motion. This means that it takes time after motion detection before recording is able to start. This results in some video recordings missing the action and capturing nothing. Though this is where the placement of the cameras can help a little, so follow the instructions for mounting. For those of you that need continuous recording, such as for businesses, this may not be suitable, but for home use, it's more than enough. Lastly, some IP camera-based systems are able to record video before the motion trigger event. This is great because you can catch the moments leading up to the action. How that works is for another video, but that feature is something that cameras like these cannot do. There's a lot more to security than what I've mentioned above, and that should really be in a dedicated video. We hope you really found this video useful, so let us know in the comments. And don't forget, you really can help our channel grow when you subscribe, like, and share our videos.